Bullion knots are a similar technique to that of a French knot, but with more wraps of the needle and a few more steps. Grub roses are formed by increasing the thread wraps for each bullion knot as you work your way out from the centre. Bullion knots can be used to form almost any shape or creation, but I mainly use them for the creation of grub roses. For this tutorial, I'll be using Delilah from my namesake range with cottage garden threads. I've started my grub rose by creating 2 to 3 French knots in the centre. We're going to create each petal separately and give the grub rose depth by working our way out from these French knots. To start creating a petal, bring your needle and thread up through the fabric at one end of where you want your bullion knot to sit. Take your needle and put it down through the fabric where you want your bullion knot to end, and back up where you initially brought your needle and thread through the fabric, but do not pull your needle all the way through. Begin to wrap your thread around the needle as many times as you need to make the stitch length you require. You can check this by laying your needle down in the direction that the stitch will lay to see if you have enough. Slide the wraps down the needle to the fabric and hold them in place, but not too tightly. Pull the needle through the fabric and the wraps, and then take your needle and thread back through the fabric at your end point. Sometimes you may find your wraps to be a little stubborn, and that using your thumbnail to help slide them off your needle really helps. Continue creating bullion knots, adding extra wraps to the stitches as you get further out from the centre of your grub rose. If you find that your bullion stitch is a little longer than expected and doesn't lay flat on the surface of your fabric, you can always use 1 or 2 couching stitches to keep it in place. Once you've finished, take your needle to the back of your work, tie it off and cut your thread loose. So now you know how to stitch a grub rose. Thanks for watching!